You're growing through adversity. You have accepted that challenges are the best way to learn. Some people may wonder why it is that when the odds are stacked against you and you're met with obstacles or delays or setbacks or challenges, you surmount them what almost seems like effortlessly. And that's because you see them as an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to expand, an opportunity to become more nimble, more flexible, to spread your wings, to learn about the world. See, some people look at obstacles and they feel victimized, but obstacles make you feel empowered because you rise to the occasion almost like it's a sport. It actually has become an Olympic sport for you to rise to the occasion. And when you see a challenge, you're just like, oh, what new level of myself am I going to untap today? Am I going to unlock today? How will I learn about myself through this challenge and adversity? That's how you handle challenges. That's why you don't get held back. But I do sense that there may be some doubt that's setting in every now and then for you. Because one of the challenges that are most difficult to overcome is the challenge of uncertainty. You're taking a leap of faith right now. You're looking for a new beginning, a new timeline, if you will. And that's going to be a new challenge for you. The challenge of taking a leap of faith and not having all of the answers while being guided on your next step. Welcome back from that short break, my loves. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for your support and your loyalty. I love you for it. Don't forget to hit the like, share, or subscribe button or comment down below with how you're feeling today and what attracted you to this message. Was it the thumbnail? Was it the title? Um, was it the forward or the preface of the reading? Let me know what drew you in today. How is this resonating with you? And for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have you. As the little mini intro said, just remember that these are general messages. They're not going to resonate with everyone. Let's not fight about it, my loves. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind, and don't you dare force a thing. All right, collective. So let's keep going with this reading because I feel as if though what we're talking about right now is some of the challenges that you're facing. It's like you're doing really good. Like you feel right now you feel the most proud of yourself that you ever have in your life. You're tried, you're tested. You've been pressure tested. And even you're impressed about how you've been able to meet those tests, meet those that pressure that's been applied on you, right? They say pressure busts pipes, but it also creates diamonds. And so you are shining bright like a diamond right now because it did not bust your pipes at all. And so what's next? Because the challenges never stop coming. And as I continued to shuffle, I see the guilt card here. So this is part of your challenge right now. You know, you've overcome a lot of adversity. At the beginning, we talked about how people wonder, why does it seem like you overcome your challenges almost effortlessly? Okay? And so some of you may be feeling guilty that others aren't as advanced as you, haven't healed to the degree that you've healed, haven't developed to the degree that you've developed. Um, you know, that others feel like they're more challenged than you, because it's not true. It's not true. The challenges are the same. If you go through an obstacle course, it is going to be the same for everyone. What is the difference? Perhaps the way someone trained, perhaps someone's diet, um, perhaps challenges and other obstacle courses that have built up a certain tolerance or a certain level of ability. People don't even realize that this isn't your first time, your first lifetime. This isn't your first incarnation here, my loves. So a lot of people judge you based on the culmination of what they've observed of you in this lifetime. And so when they see that you tackle something for the first time and you do so successfully, they think this is the first time your soul has actually tackled the challenge. When in reality, you tackled that challenge lifetimes ago. As a matter of fact, you were drawn to it because your soul is so evolved now that you get to choose the obstacles that you face because you already put in the work in previous lifetimes, in previous incarnations, where you did struggle, where you were looking at everyone like, why is it so effortless for them? Why is it so hard for me? You have reached a level, my love, of ascension and development within your soul that you even get to choose the challenges that are placed before you. And so there's nothing for you to feel guilty about, but it's understandable because there may be people that you love and care for that feel like, oh, well, why does she get all the breaks? Or why does he get all the breaks? Or why does she have it so easy? Or why does it? And it's not that. It's not that. We all came from source. And so we all had the same beginning. Here we have pride. It says here, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So, see, you are proud of yourself because you don't just see yourself as the winner, you see yourself as the underdog that other people see themselves as. You understand how hard it is for you. Sometimes it's the self talk that makes the difference. There are some people that wanted you to fail. And with that energy being sent your way, it was weighing heavy upon you. Your self-talk became negative and you didn't even realize that they weren't even your thoughts. They were the thoughts of others, the energy of others. So what you've had to income internally is just as important as what you've had to overcome externally. But people don't see what you overcame internally. How many nights you were up restless and sleepless and crying and sad and depressed and anxious. They didn't see that part because you did it quietly. You did it quietly. You didn't even see a point in sharing that with anyone else. Because people think that things come so easily to you that they don't even understand what it is that you have to cry about. And that's something. No good deed goes unpunished. Your strength isn't celebrated. If anything, it's seen as an entitlement or a privilege. And they are not wrong because you've done the work. Let's see what else we have going on for you, my loves. Oh, look, 3 cards came out. It says here, worth. You're being asked to honor your worth. It can be so easy to feel that we're not good enough or worthy of happiness. This simply isn't the case, however. You are worthy and you have inherent value. You see that inherent value? That's exactly what I was just talking about right now, where I said you've worked through lifetimes of obstacles and challenges. And so now the skills and the gifts and the capabilities and the talents that you've developed because of that are inherent in you. You brought those into your life, into this lifetime, into this incarnation. They are your entitlement. And now, what was a challenge is now your privilege and your honor. It says here it's time to cherish yourself and see your worth. We're talking about challenges, my love. And if you're too focused on feeling guilty on how everyone else feels, you may detract from your worth. You may dim your light so that others feel like theirs shine brighter, but that's not what's happening. It's only that your light has dimmed to give the illusion that theirs shines brighter. It says here, surrender. There's a flag here. Flag on the play, baby. Flag on the play. You're being asked to let go of your need to control each part of your life. We talked a little bit about doubt and taking a leap of faith and surrender to the universe. Baby, there is no greater manifester, taskmaster, dream weaver than the universe. It says here control is an illusion and it's exhausting to try to hold on to it. Oh my goodness. How many of you can agree? Comment below. How many of you can agree that controlling everything is freaking exhausting? It's exhausting. It's having to do everything. It's having to take the lead on everything. It's not being able to rely on others to help you out. Meanwhile, the universe puts people in your path to help you so that you don't have to do it all by yourself, so that you don't have to bear the weight of the world on your shoulders. It's exhausting. Comment below if you're exhausted trying to control everything, trying to make it seem like you have everything under control. It says here, let it go and allow yourself to enjoy the relief that comes from doing so. You're being asked to give yourself permission to live a softer life and focus on your healing. Focus on your healing, my loves. It says your body, mind, and soul are in a period of deep healing right now. So some of you are exhausted for that reason as well. Your body is getting a reboot, if you will. You know how a computer will be like, oh, we need to update a certain app or a certain program. This may take an hour or 2 hours. You're being rebooted, upgraded. You're going through many transformations at once. See what I'm saying? Multitasker. You're a multitasker. You're a multitasker in your day-to-day life. And so you can handle these transformations all at once. And you're being asked to allow yourself to receive the healing you need with open arms and an open heart. So we have here, know your worth, surrender the need to control, and heal, baby, heal. You are in a period of deep healing right now. The divine knows where you are right now. Some of you think that you should be doing more, that you're not doing enough, perhaps even that you're wasting away. And the divine is like, no, 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 no. We need you to heal from all of the battle wounds that you've just obtained, from the challenges and all the transformations. Listen, transformations are deaths that lead to rebirth, and deaths are painful. We pick up battle wounds along the way, baby. That's your privilege and that's your entitlement. You get to wear your wounds like a badge of honor, but you do have to heal them so that they do not remain open and bleed all over the place. Because that blood can be karma, collateral damage, extended lessons that you've already mastered. prolonged lessons, should I say? All right, what do we have here? It says create right now, not just during soft, good times. Okay, my love. So, again, we're talking about challenges, and we talked a little bit about doubt. So if you're working on something right now where you don't know if it's really going to be successful or it's really going to lead to anything, maybe it's stalled, maybe it's not progressing the way you want it to progress, you're being told not to just work on it when it seems like it's working out. Everything has a cycle. It has its ups and its down. It has its ebbs and its flows. So it's not linear. It's not linear. Our universe is a universe of frequencies and vibrations, and sometimes the collective affects the individual. Actually, most of the times the collective affects the individuals. um, During the harder times, the more difficult times, that is when we meet that adversity, that challenge that we were talking about at the beginning of this reading. The next card, it says here, still not failing enough. Still not failing enough. Baby, you haven't even begun to fail. You haven't. This mother effer has a whole lab that he's about to set on fire. And he's like, yeah, but I still got some testing and some experiments to do. I know that didn't work out quite well, but I have another theory that I can test. Baby, you're not failing. You're not failing. You're just trying to figure it out. You are just trying to figure it out, my loves. That's a beautiful thing. As long as you're trying, you still have work to do. You're still living. As long as you're trying, you're still living. Okay, so being too comfortable is a recipe for terrible art. Some of you may be having a hard time getting out of your comfort zone. Maybe you're feeling a little bit lazy. So, this is interesting because, yeah, you may be feeling exhausted and you may be feeling tired, but that might just be because you're trying to control everything. So, that's what's sucking up all of your energy right now. And so, then you don't have the energy to put into um, the work that needs to be done. So there's a need here to find a way to delegate or to trust the universe, to trust that the universe is guiding you in the right direction. Because if you're trying to control every last thing, it's almost as if you think you have control over the outcome in areas of life where you don't. Okay, let me try to make that make sense. Things take time. So if you think something is supposed to happen overnight and you're working on making it happen overnight, making it be successful overnight, then your energy is being mismanaged. And so you're going to burn out and it's going to be exhausting. It says if you keep waiting for things to get better, you may find that time never comes. So again, you may be thinking like, oh, everything needs to look pretty, everything needs to be perfect. Um, all of the circumstances need to be right. I have all the money that I need. I have all of the resources that I need. I have, all of the equipment that I need. If you keep waiting for that, and by that I mean like, okay, yeah, you have a light in your room, but you don't have the ring light or you don't have the little string lights yet, and you're waiting for that, then you're delaying progress when you can be getting work done. Your job is not to wait for the world to get more magical. It's to make it more magical. So, baby, what you may be forgetting, is that you are the secret sauce. You are the most important part of the recipe. Your energy, your knowledge, your wisdom, your intellect, your abilities, what you have to share with the world, that is where all of the perfection is. That is where you've done all of the work that you need to do. And little by little, everything else will fall into place. Everything else will fall into place. So I'm talking to perfectionists here. By the way, I'm guilty. I am guilty. I am talking to a perfectionist here. I get it. Wanting everything to be perfect, thinking that you're going to be judged if everything isn't perfect. So your behavior may be too rigid. Get wild and go make something explode for science. Baby, just for the F of it. Do it just for the F of it. And that could be the fun of it. That could be to satisfy your curiosity. That could even be to prove to yourself that you ain't got to be perfect. So soften up those hard edges that you got going on right now. You got a little bit of rigidity going on, and the universe is calling you out on it, my loves. I love it. I love it. Okay. Let's see what else we have for you. Let's get some affirmations here for you. What do we have going on for the collective universe? What do we have going on for the collective? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? My beautiful, obsessive perfectionists. Okay, these are kind of hard to read. It says here, have the balls to say what everyone else is thinking. You know what's that? I love this one. I love it. You're not really going to be able to see the lettering on the, oh, look, you might have the balls to say what everyone else is thinking. So I'm speaking to someone who is afraid of offending people. Again, afraid of being judged. You may think that your tone has to be a certain way. Your enunciation of words has to be a certain way. Everything has to be perfect so that nobody will be able to pick you apart. Meanwhile, you have an audience of people waiting for you that just want to hear what's already in their heads. It says here, no need to apologize for being a powerful fucking person. So we talked about that guilt earlier. And there are people around you who are going to want to make you feel guilty, who are going to want to make you feel like you need to humble yourself, like you need to tone it down, baby. Your humility is between you and God and nobody else. As a matter of fact, how humble are you that you think it's your job to humble me? What makes you so qualified, my friend? Worry about yourself. It reminds me of this. I wonder if some of you have seen it. This little girl is buckling herself into a car seat, and her dad is in the front of the, in the driver's seat. She's behind him, and he's like, "Baby, can I help you?" She's like, "No." And he's like, "Are you sure?" She's like, "No, I got it." And he's like, "Well, what can I do?" And she goes, "Worry about yourself." So someone may need to worry about themselves. They so worried about you. It says here, hold your head high and your middle finger higher. Listen, you've been told. You look at that. The universe is talking to you, baby. The universe is talking to you. The naysayers, the negative Nellies, they're just hating. And baby, haters gonna hate. We can't even get mad at the haters anymore. Haters are gonna hate. What do we expect them to do? We expect fish to swim. We expect dogs to bark. We expect snakes to slither. Haters are going to hate, my love. Okay? And it says here, you are a freaking badass legend. Make today your bitch. I love this. The universe is supporting you. Okay? Make today your bitch. You don't need permission to be powerful. You don't need permission to be great. You don't need to worry about how other people feel around your greatness. You don't need to shrink yourself to make yourself smaller. You don't need to do any of those things, baby. Just focus on your growth. Focus on what makes you happy. Focus on what makes you feel fulfilled. There is a card in this deck. I don't know if it's going to come out. And sometimes the cards just come to me in my third eye. And it says, it's a quote from a writer named Anais Nin. And she says, "Had I not created my own world, I would have certainly died in others." See, people want to be in your world so that they can control your greatness. I feel like I messed that up. People want you to be in their world so that they can control your greatness, because only in their world can they truly dominate. But those people are insecure. I'm speaking to someone who just makes people feel insecure, man. You make people feel insecure, and there's literally nothing that you're ever going to do about that. If you sit there and you try to soothe everyone that feels threatened by your light and by your greatness, you're never going to make it to really discover all of who you are, because people want you to be small so that they don't feel as small as they feel. But that's their work. That's their shit to work on. Someone's thinking highly of you. These people think highly of you. They think highly of you and they feel like you need to be studied. That's how freaking great you are. These people feel like you need to be studied. Someone's studying you. Someone's like trying to figure out, like, how does she do it? How does he do it? Why is he always so successful? Why is it that, nothing stops them? Nothing gets them down permanently. Says here, hell is truth seen too late. Some of these people, you're going to vibe out of a connection with them, because they may be trying to hinder you, hold you back, make you shrink. And at the end of the day, it's going to get to a point where you realize that there's nothing you can do about how they feel, and you got to keep it moving. Hell is truth seen too late. And guess what? You know the truth. I love this. I love it when these two cards come out together. So see, there are some people that see the truth too late. Hell is truth seen too late. Meanwhile, you know the truth. What does that mean? Like, you don't ignore it. You don't shy away from it. You don't turn away from it. If you get the signs, you obey the signs. If you see the signals, you take the freaking turn. You take the right. You take the left. You follow the arrows. You follow the road signs. I may be talking to an earth sign, because I was about to say you follow the earth signs. So I may be talking to an earth sign here, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Okay, you follow all of the signals. You don't shy away from the truth, no matter how hard, how difficult, or how dark it can be. See, there are some people who practice escapism because they don't want to face the truth. It's too heavy a burden to bear. Meanwhile, you're building spiritual muscles bearing the truth. You don't turn a blind eye to it. You look it right in the face and you say, now what? I can't change you. I can't do anything about you. But now what? And you keep it moving. Baby, I love this for you. Keep on being great. If no one has told you today, I'm telling you today, keep being great. And let everyone else sort themselves out. My loves, I love you so much. If you're still with me, please hit that like button, comment below. Tell me how you ain't gonna let them make you stop. Tell me how you ain't gonna let them hinder your growth. Comment below and say, my light still shines. My light still shines. I love you, collective. Be sure to come back for your next reading by Divine Nudges. Until then, take care of yourself.